moment on this conference that I went for in Nairobi, when the South African Minister of Transport stood up in the gathering where there are political parties from all over the world, and he said to me, he said, I want to applaud Liberia because your election was so tight, hotly contested, and President BOAKAI only defeated President Weah less than 30,000 votes. And yet, President Weah conceded. He said, you people should continue that democracy. I was proud. I'm going to say anyway, therefore, President, we have to concede and keep our democracy on the path it is. It's something, of course, I'm proud of, and I'm happy he did that. I will praise him any day for that, because not many Africans can do that. Look, let's stop all these political noise. When people do something good, praise them. He could have stayed in power like other people. Yes, he could have done that. When President BOAKAI...
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, or whatever the time is from your end. I want to use this time to welcome each and every one of you. As usual, we ask that you please do us a favor. And that favor we require of you is to kindly hit for us the share button. Invite as many friends as you can invite. Tag as many persons as you can tag. And let's all of us have a wonderful time. So before going into our discussion, we will bring you some videos for you to hear, to see, and to know what is obtaining. So again, I want to say welcome to each and every one of you. I really do appreciate your presence here. And I am also about to share, so I urge that you please help me hit for me the share button so that at the end of the day, we can all have a very wonderful, a very, very wonderful time here. Thank you so very kindly. So the first video that I'm about to play you is a 13-minute video. This video shows you, or it gives you a kind of, detail on a summary of President Weah initiative in lighting up the city. So I will play the video while I also share and give you the opportunity to share, and then we'll come back and start to welcome all of you. So I want you to listen to this video very keenly. Thank you so very kindly, and let's move on as we bring you this video. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so just bring, okay, so we can do this together. Okay, so now we are here, and then we can bring you this. So kindly hit for us the share button. I am about to share too, because I have to share now.
I will get a view on If you look there, you see a display of our output from here to the network. At the moment, the total demand from the grid is 12 plus 14, and we know we expect it to grow in the near future. That is, we have unit number 1, 2, 3, and 4 that is available to supply the grid, but based on the demand of the grid, we are only running 2 units, which are not even running to its full capacity because of some reason for this. So with this, you have all of these gears indicated in the substation, but we have the ability to look at them from here. We have the ability to work them out from here to the SCADA system that is running the back. Over here, we have a team of operators. We know we got a variety to keep up participation. So I will give them the opportunity to make themselves known. Thereafter, one of them will take you through as the official.
Go one more. Okay, go to front. Okay. There, when you click there, our unit starts. And then we got series of steps that the unit will go through. After that, we come here, the governor face this, where when it reach the required speed, and then you will get a sign for the switch gear, and I will break out that means I will break out with the of this where
So at the moment, it has to reach 100% speed We have cooling water, knee valve that have to open, that is the cooling system, the lubricating system, all has to come on. Make sure to keep all of the gears lubricated and ready. The temperature is balanced. Then the PLC can give us a go ahead that yeah, we are 100% ready to go. Then the unit starts to spin. So at the moment, the speed is 65%. That is, it's already spinning. So at 100%, the circuit breaker is going to close. If we look at the back there, unit number 4. If we look at the back there, we will realize that unit number 4, where you see the zeros are, once it synchronizes, there will have the indication of how much load we have on it at the moment. So right now it's 99%. Once it reaches 100%, that is at maximum speed, then the circuit breaker here is going to close. And once this closes, this is up to the junction. It just synchronized to the grid. So she's going to, yeah, so she's going to take up some load, eventually. Okay, so if we look there, we see it's starting to increase. You got 0.95. Yeah. 0.3. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now it's going up because she just requested 2 megawatts for the unit. So it's going to be building up. Once it reaches 2 megawatts, that means we can still add up some more. So that's how we sit quietly and cruise in here and do our thing while out there we just wait for people to enjoy themselves. Honorable.
Program. This is just the beginning. This program will be extended not only in Colorado County, but other counties as well. Thank you so much. On behalf of this great county, the peace-loving people.
So, fellow Liberians, I want to welcome each and every one of you again, as usual. I want to say you are highly welcome. Okay, I think Chokon is going to get himself situated. The video that I just played you, right? The video that you just witnessed was President Weah lighting up Mosorado County and its environment. When I listen to the Unity Party and see Joseph Numa Boeka, what he's doing, then I laugh. The last time you and I witnessed something very comical, where these guys were able to, whether they were able to cajole Joseph Numa Boeka or he was able to cajole them, I don't know who was able to cajole who. You know, when liars are together, you don't know who is lying to who. Where we saw Joseph Numa Boeka trying to switch on a lie, trying to pretend and lie to the Liberian people as if there was nothing in Liberia called electricity or light, and he was the first person to turn up the light on that particular highway, RIA highway. I laughed. I did laugh. And I was like, is this man really serious? A light that has been there forever and ever, for you to go and put the light on, then you dedicate, you have whole holiday for a government. So what I showed you was, President, we are initiating something that was never there. You saw the Man Coffee Hydro. It was completely destroyed, broke down. All of the machine that was purchased was damaged. When President Weah came, he attached importance to that particular place because he not only wanted to give current to the Liberian people, but also to ensure that we have water supply from Makofe all the way straight down to Monrovia City. That was what President Weah was able to do. So the video that you just watched was President Weah turning on the switch that will be able to supply 24 hours electricity and also supply water to Monrovia and its environment. It wasn't there. President Weah was able to do it through the help of international partners and the lay funding that, were able to generate through taxes. Today, what are we seeing after 2 years of Joseph Numa BOAKAI? What brand new things are you seeing? But well, we are going to have our people today. We're more like be playing the role of, and let's say we will just sit back and hear from our people. And we are grateful, fellow Liberians, to have with us our own brother, Trokon Gray. My brother Trokon, commonly known as Yellow Machine. Welcome, sir. How are you? Hello, Trokon? All right, so I think maybe he might be having some, a technical problem from his end. Maybe there might be some technical problem from his end. So once it is solved, he will definitely be with us. Yeah, let me see. Let's see. Let's see. So once it is solved, he will definitely be with us. So once that is solved, he will definitely be with us. So you saw what President Weah did, right? He was dedicating something new, something that literally wasn't there, something that was destroyed, something that we spent enough money on, and at the end of the day, the money was safun. So you saw President Weah dedicating that particular facility. You saw the video. So when it comes to electricity, we're showing it to you. We'll play you videos today. We will show you some things that weren't there, and President Weah brought it. Today, it is unfortunate that we have the Unity Party that will go to the CMO project, something that they should continue. Because when somebody starts a project, and we say government and continuity, when somebody starts a project, you as the government that is taking over, what are you supposed to do? To continue that particular project. But for these people to behave as if they are the one initiating it, then you must know that these guys are desperate for somebody with say recognition and for accolade. But we are grateful to have with us our brother Trokon. My brother Trokon, welcome. How are you, sir?
Well, I'm doing great. I hope I'm clear. Yeah, sure, I'm doing great. The whole day I've been on discovery. I know we are engaged. We are about to enter the year 2026. And for us, like we promised, it's going to be fire for fire. And so we are doing discovery and exposure. That is going to be part of our mission for 2026. I went around today and I passed to the very people water that the Unity Party people passed in during the campaign. You can remember how heavy people water? It is still our water side. I've been doing a pre-recording of my phone, and then when I post it, some of the United Party soldiers they will come and say, "Oh, that old video." The guys they are so criminal minded to the extent that they want to defend every anything. So they will come, "Oh, that old video. If I already edit it, get eye of all this." So this time around, everywhere I'm going to do recording, I'm going to go live. I know sometimes going to be risky, but that's some of my men. I always post it around, even though it's going to be cost intensive, but yeah, I will make that sacrifice. Everywhere I'm going now to show some of the evil things that the government is doing, I'm going to be going live. So somebody can see it's a pre-recording or it's an AI or whatever. I'm doing this to prove to the world or to prove to my audience. I don't believe in lies. I'm going to expose it. Imagine what was the entire country now being captured by people working. I went on my page today, I went live. The whole country have been captured by food, water, and died. And then when you speak about it, one guy again will say no money in the budget to clean it. So when you got money in the budget to build $10 million mountain for you, you got money in the budget to buy $1.4 million measure of vehicle. You got millions of dollars in the budget that you just wasted everywhere, riding private jets. But you don't have money to clean our city. You don't have money to create jobs for we the motorcycles. And so going to 2026, we will expose the government lies and the deception and the criminal attitude. We'll be going live, trust me. We'll be going live. That's part of our mission. And so to the audience, I want to say thank you for always sharing. Thank you for the support of this show. And we can rest assured with the help of God that we will do everything in our power to give it our best. As always. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. In fact, I want to play one of the video because I saw it. I indeed follow it, especially when you were at how you call bros when you were at Newport Street, passing in other areas. I must say, actually, I was kind of like a bit, afraid for you because you wasn't doing any kind of pre-recording thing. That was a very live video you were showing. I mean, and let me just play it for the audience. Let me just try to share this for the audience so that they will see,
Discovery continue.
and then
Like I
we
said,
can welcome our
the
brother
People Water Republic
Louis.
of Liberia. I'm currently here at Waterside. Seeing it. This is the People Water Republic of Liberia. Seeing it. This is Waterside. And when I listen to some of our friends that support the government, saying, "Oh, forget it. You think you took on the presidency to solve this problem."
So I want to stop right here and I will play it as time goes by. But I want to welcome my brother Louis. Louis, how are you, sir? Welcome.
Thank you so much, big brother Prince. And let me say good evening to Chuka. It's good to be on this platform. Let me say good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all our followers, depending on your time zone. Let me say it's good to be here on the lofty Wednesday, the last day of the year. Wow. It's so interesting.
Yeah,
We are gone 2 years.
definitely.
2
2
years.
years.
2
2
years
years gone,
down.
finish.
So we are about the 10 year, it's 3 more years to go. But we are getting there. Certainly we are getting there. And it's good to be here this lofty 31 day of the month of December 2026. 2025.
Yeah, I know. You'll soon be in 2026 anyways. But
Yeah,
thank you so
three
much.
hours from now.
Yeah. My brother Choko, I want to ask you concerning this video. I know that the Unity Party, this was one of the campaign they ran on. Jefferson Tambakoji is incompetent. The young man know nothing. And the man, in fact, he wearing Gucci around. The city is dirty and blah, blah, blah. And all kinds of things they said. And this was one of the campaign message of the Unity Party, my people. I want to carry this back and I want you to see this was one of the serious campaign message of the Unity Party.
Seeing it.
Unity Party told
Discovery continue.
the reason why
Like I said,
country was the way it was looking at the time when Jefferson Tamakoji was doing everything to ensure that they can face this problem, they said the government was incompetent, blah, blah, blah. And these were some of the campaign that they ran. And they told us that they have the capacity, they have everything that it takes to solve this particular problem if President Weah is removed or when they are elected. 2 years after, my brother, the situation has gotten so worse. And thank you very much for bringing this. We'll continue to keep it, continue to highlight it, and ensure that we show it to our people. What prompted you to take this risk? Because I will say a risk. In a Liberia where Joseph Numa BOAKAI is the president, where we saw Queen Johnson, unaliving Joshua, where we saw Sakila Nyemale, who is the Internal Affairs Minister, unaliving Tamba Momo, and today they are giving job. What prompted you to take such a risk to go out there and expose these things to the Liberian people? Let's hear from you, sir.
So, thank you, Prince, for that beautiful question. You see, I love my country more than any politician or political party. Part of the reason you see me, I went out there is because I want my country to get better. But sometimes I get discouraged when I listen to some of my friends asking me, most especially our friends from the Unity Party who claim to be educated. And it is sad when you see these people get angry. Chief, I can say for a fact because I have done my own survey and I strongly believe that most of the guys from the Unity Party, what they succeeded in is getting the people and giving the knowledge in the school. Because there are two ways. You can go to school, you can get people, and but if you don't have the knowledge, then there's a problem. You see, education, the best way you can evaluate any educated person is by application, the way they apply the education. I mean, let's say, for example, if you go somewhere in a gathering where nobody know your status academically, your output, your reasoning, someone will just say from distance see the image, very, very educated. So I'm 100% believe, that the guys from the Unity Party, they only got people, but they don't have knowledge. They are a bunch of illiterate people who got no idea in education. Like I say, I love my country more than any political party or politician. That people want to ban out there say Joe Baga. And why did he took me to Waterside? Because it was Waterside that these people passed during the campaign time. And they said they were not in that pool water for nothing. Baga promised to solve that problem. If you look at the video, our family, our sisters, our brothers are in our pool water shelving. They are still there. Baga promised when you are coming to the presidency that you are going to solve this problem. It's a shame that somebody will come from Guinea and tell us that their country Guinea is better than ours. For somebody to come from Sierra Leone, I've got a lot of friends. Sorry, I got a lot of friends, right, from different countries, right? That interact on a daily basis. You get me? So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, for yes, for the people to be giving justification how in fact they put water benefit is it for the 7 July General being president. It is for the estimate. We can sometimes I get sick, Prince. I get sick because do you know why? There's somebody that is not educated giving the justification. I will understand. I say, yeah, remember, you don't know anything. So he's right to say this thing. But somebody that claims to have PhD, master's degree, and you go under my post, you will see them insulting me. If I bang and say 1847, you came. So I'm really dry season. Chief, that water can stop. My mission is for BOAKAI to solve this problem. I got no intention of following my government to say, I want BOAKAI to look ugly. No, BOAKAI attitude is already making him ugly. I got nothing else to do. My mission is for BOAKAI to solve this problem because it is embarrassing. Look, some of us that got friends from different countries, we got friends that this December, do you know how many different friends that travel from different countries that are in this country that will interact. So sometimes you even ashamed to carry the certain places because it's a shame.
Hmm.
It's a shame. It's a shame. Say for example, yeah. So the thing that even got me angry is for the government to take over 14 million United States dollars for all and say, all the countries that get allowed to enter the capital city. You call that because capital city is capital city. Look, what kind of capital city where the pool water is more stable than electricity? The pool water can even port. And that's why I went to do that video, not during the rainy time, but where the sun was shining. Because someone will say, oh, that the rainwater. No, sun was very hot. Can you imagine a sun that be hotter than and the pool water running? Thinking about the drought, thinking about the rainy season. So my mission here, the government stole over 14 million for all, and the justification was we can't allow Boulevard to enter. Not all the capital cities can allow Boulevard to enter. Then why you stole for us now? You knew you not want Boulevard to carry the capital city. Why you stole? And my people want Waka to solve this problem because these problems are been here. Waka can't come and say, oh, the reason why the problem is it did for themselves. So what? You promise to solve this problem, and that's why you are giving the presidency. So my mission is for Waka to solve this problem. I love my country more than any politician. Like I told some of them, I said, well, Waka take that pool water for over there. The people that walk on that road, nobody will argue for what kind of party you belong to. When these problems are
Thank,
solved, it's solved for everybody.
thank you,
And so thank
thank
you.
you, thank you so much, my brother. My brother Louis. I want us to just play around this, and then before we go to other issue. Our our brother Chokon is giving us a view of what was condemned yesterday, of what the Unity Party used yesterday to run serious campaign and condemn this government and say the government was incompetent. Even though we saw the frantic effort by the Weah-led administration to ensure that these problems are solved, we saw, the MCC under Jefferson Tamakoji. This guy worked 24 hours to resolve this. But the Unity Party at the time in opposition beat on the CDC and said these were all the reason of incompetent. That's why these things persisted. That's why they were there. What do you make of what you are seeing? I mean, live video recording of even worse than ever before. What do you make of this, my brother Louis?
Prince, I pass that
Hmm.
road almost every day. I pass through that place almost on a daily basis. I was
Wow.
around there even today. And you get feel that was also alone. Huh? You can't go
Hmm.
through Galley and Benny Street without smelling feces, without seeing these things. So that was alone. More Ali is more thinking about how to swim in swimming pool than thinking about solving these issues. Mind you, for 12 years, Mo Ali worked with the WASH Commission. At the time, the WASH Commission was under the Ministry of Finance. When the CC took over, they decided to transfer Mo Ali out of town. On that basis, he resigned. Coming from WASH Commission, making the head of Water and Sewer, Mo Ali wanted to control his own budget. He wanted to control his own institution as head. That's why he chose to go to Water and Sewer. Water and Sewer is a government corporate institution that raises its own money. Water and Sewer also depends on donors' funding. So because it depends on donor funding, Mo Ali choose to go there so that you rely on donor funding to enrich himself and forget about the Liberian people problem. In your first year, you remember the Minister of Finance said, Morona is smelling sweet. You can't find people on the street selling water. You can't find people the one happening. You remember that story?
Sure.
But today, the water situation in the country is bad. And the most funny part of it, they are even cutting post-switch lines. And you move in the house today, in the house, people indebted to the government have not paid their switch bill for a while. In fact, even the one that old you renovated, when it comes there, they demand to pay all those years. If you refuse to do it, they cut the switch line. So if you cut the switch line, how do you expect these people to survive? How do you expect they used to buy from? So at the end of the day, feces are all over the place. If you say you came to rescue, there should be no excuse for not solving this problem. Because the issue of bringing water to Monrovia, that problem was solved under the real administration. Prince, you can remember you came to Liberia during the election, you saw on the sidewalk, you saw the cutting of pipe miles, you saw the people working. So more can get finished that aspect of the job and post out to heal him. The other day, more in the pool to RJ, you're in the pool swimming. You put a question, you say looking for the poo pipe in the water. These are the people who make Liberians, who make the world understand that they can solve this problem. But the problem has been solved. You think that people, I will send a video tomorrow, I plan to do that video tomorrow on Nipo Street. They put no ready to fix the road. Nipo Street is start dividing the two. Right before the eyes of Representative Mara died, they grade the road and this Keke don't want to pass that road no longer. The Keke don't want to pass that road because the road is damaged all the time road. Nipo Street in the heart of the city. Keke don't want to pass that road. They feed that player all the time. It's a serious dish. Every time I pass that road, so now I forget. But I promise myself tomorrow, say tomorrow is Saturday, I will take my time tomorrow and go there and do that video. You see what Benson and the section. That place, dangerous. You pass to Chogi pass there, right?
Yeah, I pass there. You that entire place.
Okay, good. So that is what we found ourselves in. So if you say you cannot rescue, there should be no excuse in rescuing. You should get a job done. 2 years gone. The brand not saying anything yet in the 2 years' time. Water soil issue is a major problem. Very major problem. That need to be taken very seriously. Our health hazard matters. Our health hazard matters. Especially to our people who sell water side, who sell water street. Basically, get in the section. Our health hazard matters. We're there about 5 million plus people in this country. We are small in numbers, so our health matters. But the government doesn't see this as a priority. But I don't see that as a priority. That's why they refuses to contribute to the budget of the country. By right, Liberia should contribute to the budget. Why? Because they receive funding from government. They are collecting switch bills. So what are they doing with the bills that have been collected? The proper switch bill, water bill, what happened to the money? What happened to this money? That this problem cannot be solved. They are already donors partners. Donor is supporting water so heavily. But they fail to implement government projects to serve the Liberian people. Do you know anybody gets sick on a daily basis from water side? Anybody gets sick every day for just inhaling that feces? They will say the problem that Chokan said the problem been there, we agree. But you say you could fix it. And we have gone 2 years now, there's no action. 2 years gone. Tomorrow begin the 10th year. When are we waiting for? Are we waiting for everybody to die water side? Because they rescue the country that they promised to do? Are they waiting? This guy came to loot. This guy came to loot. And their mission is to empower themselves. The mission is to rescue themselves. So what I say, I pass that person every day. And guess what? The way they direct the traffic now, you can't go through where you nose mask to pass because you must pass there. You like it or not, you must pass there. And so when you walk in, when you on a keke, you forced to pass there. You forced to pass there. So when you ride on the keke, go on the other side, you forced to pass there. And so when the keke pass you, Johansi, and get to West Point. But you can't pass through Megan Street, go down one other side. No, you must pass through Randall Street, pass through that poo and get there.
Wow.
You can't dodge it, first.
You know, thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. We're just joined by Honorable Dogwayu, but I think he's having some technical issue. He will be with us. But Chokon, this has to do with the 10,000 or youth that the president promised that they were going to, train. When this government took over, we listening to what Amara Kone and the rest of the other guys said, that those young people that were able to help this government to achieve its goal, they were going to ensure that 10,000 of them are trained in digital training. And at the end of the day, these people will be employed in government, or they will be able to, give them a skill. Up to today, we are yet to hear anything from that particular announcement that was made by the government about the training of 10,000 young people. You are in Liberia, my brother Troko, and I want to start this, with you. Where are we? Is it that maybe these people are being trained, they've been given their job, they are working, and maybe the government don't want the Liberian people to know? Or is it that these people maybe are what is happening? You are on ground. Let's hear from you on this government 10,000, training of young people.
Thank you so much, Chris. In regards to that whole 10,000 thing, I think Kula Fufana just made us to understand that that entire thing was a blast. When Kula Fufana posted on her page that she's looking for somebody that knows how to repair her computer or our computer, you saw that post? And she
Yeah,
shared the computer for her and she said somebody should impact her. Imagine somebody that just trained 10,000 young people in RT. Eh? One of the facility or probably the opportunity provider that work in the office of the president. You got 10,000 you like just train in RT education. And then your computer score, you can also you go for one of the 10,000 people that you train. When you go on table, they might put away your phone. And you know everybody that can see computer. You're being invited into a computer product. So sometimes when we are seeing these things, people just get angry. People just get angry for no reason. And they're refusing to learn. That's the sad part about it. Look, I strongly believe people that voted this government, they voted this government for the positive reason and not for the negative reason. So if things are happening, negative things are happening, it's just good. And I think the best thing to do, I mean, even if you don't want to acknowledge it, just you know what people are saying, and just move on. There will be consulting. These people train nobody actually. That was a lie, and they did nothing about the young people. Evident by school performance coming on Facebook page and asking Liberia to inbound us say, oh my boy, you about computer sport. I'm gonna go ask anybody. Therefore, pull up performance and know like went on and say, oh, somebody that can say computer should inbound us. I don't need any other explanation. There's a clear indication that they have nobody that they are trained, the larger Liberian people. And the best thing that they can do, the money allocated for that training, because I know you will not train people with your space. I know there were thousands of dollars allocated for our taxes that we pay. So that money should be returned because they have trained nobody. Don't let them last.
Thank you so much. My brother Louis, this is what the government said. I just put up the newspaper, put up the article for Liberians to see. The government said they trained 10,000 young people. And initially, according to the Ministry of how you call State for Presidential Affairs, this particular program was to empower these young people and give them, a skill for them to be able to provide for themselves and their family, to be employed. Where are we? Is this truth? We are seeing that government is saying 10,000 young people benefited from skills training. That program, my brother Louis, let's hear from you. Where are we with this government and lie?
So when people lie and make their way to power, the people need to say something to Liberian people to motivate them that they came to do the job. For that bad drop, they decided, okay, we're now that we'll train 10,000 young people in RT. Mind you, with the current circumstances in our country, RT is needed. But the young people today want to do internet technology. How many RT schools get in Liberia? I still be corrected. We get stars. We get I think one on Nipo Street there. They're really good three in the city. But because it's capital intensive, majority of young people cannot afford. So when they said that, they had the young people happy. But today, where are they? Where are the 10,000? Where are the 10,000 and the promise that they were trained? Where are they? So these people came to power with lies. So they needed to continue lying to maintain this power. But to the almost surprise, Liberia have understood that they lie. And when somebody understands that you've been lying to them, or you lied to them in the past, or you've been lying to them, we of course they was not in the know. They get to know they can never trust you. Are you getting me?
Yeah, we are getting you. Yeah. We just put you on and then
They can never trust you. They can never trust you. So the Union Party realized that Liberia had lost credibility in them. That's why Kula Fofana was asking for the RT assistant. When God ready to fight your battle, he fight it in a way that men will not understand. If Kula is not in part of chat, she's not part of chat room, she's part of dozens of chat rooms. If you can go in every chat room and ask Kodi and say, oh, I look for my RT to help me do X, Y, and Z. Don't go run around provide one for her quietly. Well, I love people getting to know. But because God want to expose the issue of the 10,000 trained RT, you think it's possible for someone to get an RT in 1 month or 2 months time with training? It's not possible. Nowhere, I'm not an RT student, but nowhere in the world that happens. That in less than 1 or 2 months, you train someone in the RT and graduate them because of RT special. It's not possible. It's not possible. I know it will take a year or year two. So the government lie. The year can train somewhere for a few months, few weeks, and things it will come down before then and it was done. That entire program died a perpetual debt. That program no longer exists. So it proved to us I challenge the U-base to show the 10,000 Liberians that were trained in RT. So that we are writing computer, they are writing phone, so that they repair them. Then they repair them. They lie. So because God wanted to expose them, he directed Kula Fofana bring to Facebook Now going to chat rooms or going personal inboxing to be asking or direct to Facebook so that Labion will see. If you think that you claim that you train 10,000, what's struggle for somebody to do an RT job? She could even ask where of your department that she here in the press department, someone will recommend her. But no, she thought about coming on Facebook. That could say, yeah, and the one says, see, somebody like it's because going to expose her, going to expose the unit party, expose them. There are no 10,000 train. I attended the government show on 3 video or 3 group of graduates from 10,000 in video. They will train and graduate. Nowhere to print, nowhere in the world program grab for RT into more. Into more than say you artist, you artist specialist. Nowhere in the world. I challenge them, nowhere in the world. They go year plus. So I'm not happy. Those are over there. I'm not they'll teach them in their sleep. When they go to bed in their sleep, then they can't teach them in their sleep to become RT person. I don't know. I said they are genius. The 10,000 students, they are genius. They're grateful to God. But I said to Liberians today, 2 years down, we are getting there. Liberians are strong enough. And we'll go to the 10 year and go help her till we end the 6 year with this government and retire them. That's all I got to say.
Thank you. Thank you. I think Brother Chokon, you can just go behind the scene, and I know you're having your lunch or dinner or which one, you can just go behind the scene and then enjoy yourself. When you finish, you come back. But you said something, and it's important for people to understand. You see, there is a way that God has to expose people who are very, very disingenuous. And I believe the reason why Kula Bana Fofana came on Facebook was because God wanted to expose these people's lies and deception. One thing the Unity Party did was to intensify the lies and make it look like it was the reality. They presented a picture to the Liberian people that nothing was happening in Liberia. Liberia was a complete failed state under His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah. Even though we saw what President Weah was doing with all of these scholarships given to young people. So the plan now of the Unity Party was the young people are in their majority. We have a very young population. So now that we've taken over, let us give them at least some level of, attention. 10,000 young people is not just small number. The Unity Party that I know that they will tell Joseph Numa Boyka to go and dedicate Lotto Boot. The Unity Party that I know that will tell Joseph Numa Boyka to go and dedicate, how you call the thing, Sambo. The Unity Party that I know that will tell Joseph Numa Boyka to go and dedicate a project that he knows nothing about. This Unity Party will not be able to train 10,000. I say 1,000, 2,000. We are talking about 10,000 young people. And we will not see the video all over, the picture all over. In fact, that the government will not call for holiday. I see this as a gross disrespect to the young people. Those of you young people who voted for this government, this is an insult to you. This is the most dangerous lie that's ever been told by any government. 10,000 young people? We're not talking about 5. We're not talking about 10. You are talking about 10,000 young people. But you see, because this government is a government that believes in stealing, they are deeply rooted in corruption. Sometimes you will wonder and think that whether these people know what they are doing or they are just doing these things to just kind of like, have their way through. But that's the Unity Party for you. Do you know what it means to even train just one person in IT, in digital training. Do you know what it means? Let's even agree that it was just phone training. You bring people and just train how to Sony phone. You think that is something small? 10,000, especially in Liberia, with the vast majority of our young people in terms of the population that are really craving for this particular IT knowledge. Technology is not taking over the world, whether you like it or not. Technology is taking over the world. And everybody wants that particular opportunity to at least be able to get something. That is the new revolution that is going on. RT. But you have a government that will come and then lie in a broad daylight. Amen. For God in heaven's sake. Where are the 10,000 young people? That is the question that you, these young people, must begin to ask this government. Where are the 10,000 people? Or they finish training, then they assign them in Mars, or are they in Jupiter, or they send them in other countries? Where are those 10,000 young people that the government said they will train? And to the extent that they even put out information, yes, the information the people put out. Officials say 10,000 Liberian youth benefited from digital skill training. Where are those 10,000 young people? Where are they? No, that's the question we should be asking ourselves. Where are they? Look, reality is unfolding before you and myself on a daily basis. BOAKAI was the one that told us that in every community and in every residential area that we're going to have a health facility. I don't want you to believe what I am saying. Sometimes when we say these things, it's good that we bring you this video for you to hear it. And I want to play one of this video as we get ready to analyze it.
We will not allow small children to tell market when they should be in school. They should be in school. We will not allow those young ladies to go in the street whole day yourself. The money you make can't even buy rice. We can't do it. We want to put dignity on our people. And that's why we're here. That's the mission we have. And I can assure you, if you check your calendar, it's exactly 4 months from today. Today is the 10th, right? When is the election? You start checking. 4 months to the date. After 4 months, you will see a new Liberia coming up. You will see a Liberia that will give you hope.
My brother Louis, we're listening to Joseph Juma BOAKAI. These are his words. We are not asking for what he did not promise. In this video, we're listening to Mr. BOAKAI saying that our children will no longer have to go on the street to go and sell. All of these children will be in school. they will be given an opportunity. Our wives, our sisters, won't have to go in market no more to go and sell, because he will give them dignified living. They will be. You will add value to their life. He attached a timeline to it. 4 months after the election, Liberia will not be the same. We see a better Liberia. You are on ground. What are we seeing in Liberia? Is it the Liberia that Joseph Numa BOAKAI promised, that there will be job for everybody? Our people don't have to sell in the market? That our children will not have to be on the street selling no more? Do you think that these statements from Joseph Numa BOAKAI, they were the reality? Or he was just saying it out? What do you make of this statement from Joseph Numa BOAKAI, that now he's not able to fulfill them?
You cannot solve a problem of a nation by mere promises. Do you know how many girls, young girls on the street today that sell on a daily basis? They are fighting to survive. I want people to go to the World Bank website and look at the issue in Liberia, especially school going kids for 2025. We have over 10,000 kids in most of the country alone and not in school. Now in the rural part, we are talking about the urban part of Montserrat County, or 10,000. People are talking about the rural part of Montserrat County. People talk about entire Liberia. You have thousands of them, and not in school. To send your child to school in Liberia, you spend at least around 75 to 100,000 Liberian dollars for one school year. A kid that is in a beginner class, that's the money we spending. With all the promises BOAKAI made, the very MVTC, the other people were protesting there. If the government cannot upgrade MVTC, the TV program for Montserrat County, MVTC, because if you're taking the guys and you put off the street and sell them, you should get them somewhere to build a human resource capacity of them. That means taking to the MVTC, they go then someone try to come back to survive. There's a place on Randa and Brush in a section. They get seen the whole day. You ask them, they'll tell you they ain't buying, they get seen. But they don't want to sit home for nothing. So they are to come in the street to sell. This thing is embarrassing. This country we are taking 100 steps backward.
Wow.
It's not going forward. Man, you every day that break, Liberia is going backward. That's why we are waiting after the tax season. In February, January, we'll be on the street so that Liberia will speak their mind. Because some people are talking praise, they feel we're making our own stories. But when they're watching live video, they will see people telling Liberian or telling the world exactly what happened in Liberia. Prince, Liberian has talking them before. Today, I was walking around the street and I was listening to Liberians. Tell me, we have basic rescue model. Tell me now, I was not in a trap. But the country not hell. I'm okay walking, listening. Careful, if I slow down my speed because I want to listen to Liberian talk. President BOAKAI promised us that no kids from kindergarten to 12th will be on the street selling. But what happened today? These people are on the street selling. In fact, they are the breadwinner of the family. I said, a number a few months ago, I met a later selling boiled egg down water side. Literally begging me to buy egg because when the egg don't finish, you now go home. When she go home, her auntie will beat on her. So she walked from New Georgia to Kansas, and she want to go back in the evening.
Wow.
Far away that I can't get missing. So because of that, we were forced to bag the egg. Buy egg for that girl because we want we were forced to buy because we want to go home. And I asked her, she said she had to work to go home. Well, take money from her pocket, I don't buy the egg, government say trying to get on bus, okay, go home. Now I'm gonna work for New Georgia as a day child. That child only be 15 years, work for New Georgia to come sell the town and want to go back. That child do it every one day, that child get sick. But there's no means of survival.
Wow.
There's no means of survival. There's no means. But you saw doing the people or fundraiser for the Umpania corner. A policies were trying to get on board or more any vehicle. What happened? That policy was severely beaten by the security officer just because you want to get on the board field to leave. So if they can beat their own policy Other people build their own palaces. Tell me what happened to those people who are not part of them.
And they finish.
Tell me who are not part of them. They are still the Liberian people that they all pay people. Lord make us to pay on the 26th of December. Lord make us to pay on the 26th of December. Up to now, even teachers and the workers at the University of Liberia are not taking paid. People are how do we pay school fees? We enter in January tomorrow. People are paying school fee for their kids. They're not going to drop for school again. A lot of kids will drop for school because of the reason. And they can sit down. They can sit down because I cannot afford. So because the parent cannot afford, and the child sit home. The child sit home. They don't care. But I don't see if I message this in the radio already. The first thing message you get this in the radio, so that brain I can't talk for nothing that you're building. I'm get this in the radio. The first mental that brain people get in the radio. So I can't crowd blood. You're on your own.
We want to encourage those.
You make understand? So what do you say that you hear you? What do you say that will hear you? Because you don't listen to radio.
Wow.
But we are getting there.
My brother Louis, there is another video that I want to play for Liberians to understand, because all of these things that are happening, it is not that we don't have the resources. I want to believe that the resources are there, but these resources are in the hands of just very few people. They decide to enrich themselves, take enough money, put it in their pockets, fill up their bank's account, while the majority language in abject poverty. And to the extent that Mr. BOAKAI himself said it, he gave his ministers the go ahead that they can steal, that they can be corrupt, they can do whatever they want to do. And I want to play this video because these are videos that Liberians need to see and to hear. And you will get to know why things are happening the way it is happening. Why is it that SOEs are not contributing towards the budget? Why is it that there are ministers who are taking just enough? And why civil servants who, according to Joseph Newman BOAKAI, said the harmonization was to, degrade them, to dehumanize them, that you have taken over 2 years, they've not even touched or even have any discussion about restoring or getting rid of the harmonization. But this was what Mr. BOAKAI said, and I want people to listen. This is the voice of Mr.
We want to
BOAKAI.
encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless. We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless.
The man who promised us that he was going to fight corruption vigorously, that he was never going to give a macro inch to anything like corruption in his government, that he was going to take the fight to the door of corruption and ensure that corruption is wiped out. But this is the same man that we are hearing telling Liberians, telling his ministers, you can be corrupt, you can steal, you can take resources that is meant for public benefit, but just make sure when you take that money, just spend small here, get the people small. My brother Louis, Chokon, are you there? If you are there, my brother Louis, what interpretation does this give to the international community, to people who want to help, to even we Liberians that want to invest in our own country? What do you say about this? Is it something that, you know, is encouraging, that people will be excited of hearing the president telling his ministers that you can be corrupt, you can steal, you can do whatever you want to do, just get the people chicken change? What do you make of this, my brother?
So if the head is advising people to be corrupt, what's about the head himself? If Baka was telling people to steal, he said steal and get develop abroad. So what's about he himself? That means he is a King Kong for corruption. He is the King Kong for corruption. The old man just don't care because he felt he had achieved his goal of becoming president. Whether Liberians love it or not, he's president. After 2026, after 2029, he all go out voting or he don't care. The idea he achieved a goal. By that time, Baka is already old. Nothing have to show. A man with 40 plus years experience as the claim is telling you to go and steal. That means all the 40 plus years of his life, he been stealing government. So I mean, all the 40 plus years as in his life as a civil servant or as a government employee, he been stealing. That's why he was dismissed for APRC. And check a track record. Anywhere Baka work, that place die. Where MPNC today? On the agriculture ministry, what happened there? What happened to the agriculture ministry when the US supply got rice to sell import? What did they do to the rice? Go to Baka record to everywhere he worked. There's no track record of improvement. There's no track record that he did better. There's no track record that he improved that sector. So check all places he work. You believe that president part? He said your old car parked the car for 12 years, so he didn't care. If the man can last 12 years of his life as vice president, that every year you're giving almost $1 million to the office every year. If you can last 12 years, after 12 years as vice president and go still be credit from the bank, living on loan. That gets straight up. A man who 12 years as vice president, after being vice president for 12 years, and start crediting from the bank to live on loan. So when they are spending 10 years official in government, the German are still because if you don't steal after your 10 years, go credit you. So Baka don't know credit after saying there again. I'll say your president don't know credit, that's why he's stealing. So you currently are steal. So that after I want to don't go credit from the bank to live on loan like me. Baka live on loan after 12 years. No one saw he doing money. Today, he encouraged people to steal because he don't want to go live on loan like he did in the past. Then he said to all that he live on loan. Go out the RB bank. Then he said to all that. No one forced it out of his mouth. So what do we expect, Prince? A man live on loan for 6 years after 12 years as a vice president. The group of 72nd, they say what group of people? What happened to that place on a Baka administration? Because he had that place that performed on a domain, a vice president. What happened there? What happened to the Liberal Marketing Association? They formed a vice president. There was a serious loss, commercial, but I couldn't solve that. So I think a normal thing. Gentlemen, you'll see. As long as you're being Liberia, I won't care. So you don't carry us, I won't care. You'll see. Because myself too are stealing. That's what it means. Myself are stealing. I want to live on loan. I know I'm going to live on loan. If I pay them after 12 years, then we go 2 years in opposition, he's living on loan. They tell you that he lavished all his resources. Because the man's a gambler. That they can still feed them money. Make a gamble. Make a gamble. Can't feed the money. So you don't care. So that's what I said today, Prince. So we look for it. We brought on ourselves.
Wow, this is serious. This is very serious. And Liberians, now you're getting to know why during season time you will not take pay. Now you're getting to know why those SOEs are not contributing towards the budget. Now you're getting to know why those who are supposed to be defending you, those who are supposed to be ensuring that the resources is adequately managed. Now you are getting to understand why these people have choose to fill in their pockets and don't have time for you. Because the man who is supposed to be the head of state, the man who is supposed to be that particular guardians of our resources, the man who is supposed to ensure that every Liberian, one way or the other, feel the impact of our resources, that man is telling his official, oh, go ahead and steal. A complete contradiction to what he told us before becoming president. What he told us was that he was not going to accept this, that he was going to set an example, that he was going to ensure that he will weed out corrupt officials. No, this was what he said, not we saying it. This was what Joseph Numa Boyka said to us when he appeared on how you call the thing, VOA. He said corrupt officials will not have will not have a place in his government. That's what he said. He said these people will not be given chance. He will ensure that these people don't even come close to his government. That's what Boyka said. And like I said, don't believe it. Yeah, Boyka, let me just uh, bring this here
Even
so that
beginning
we
with
can
myself,
see.
we'll declare our assets and want to make sure we start by making sure those people that we bring to cabinet are people of integrity. And secondly, want to make sure that even beginning with myself, we'll declare our assets and want to make sure that this is well known, the purpose of coming to government, to know that it's public service. And if you are not ready to serve the public, you can go elsewhere. But we want to make sure that we start on a clear note that the people of our country stood on line, they protected the votes, not to bring a team again that will do the same thing that other people are doing or worse. So it's a clear message, declare your asset, make sure that we are prepared to audit the outgoing government so that they tell the Liberian people of their stewardship.
My brother Lewis, we are listening to Joseph Numa Boyka here. Not your voice, not my voice, not AI, but Joseph Numa Boyka telling us that he will ensure that he bring people who are credible on board, that he bring people who are very competent, people who will be able to serve the Liberian people, people who will be able to do the work of the public, people who will not just siphon state resources and put it in their pockets, people who will declare their assets before even getting in government office. Where are we? Today, Boyka is telling us that these same people that he say he will bring on board that will be competent, qualified, and out of corruption or have no part to play in corruption. These are the people that Mr. Boyka is telling y'all can go ahead and steal. Y'all can go ahead and do whatever you want to do. Just make sure you spend some of the money here. Is this the same Boyka we are looking at? I mean, when he just took over, appeared at VOA, and this interview was conducted, is it the same Boyka that we are seeing? What has really changed?
The first thing is, how many government officials have declared their assets? We have gone 2 years now. How many of them have declared their assets? I know that should be one more. I remember I remember Josiah said, you can take people 1 month. What happened to them? This guy doesn't care. So he said that so that the world will see as someone who working. He said that so the world will see him as someone working. So at the end of the day, Liberians know very well these people refuse to get access. They can't fight corruption. Why the corruption are they fighting today? Why haven't all the others report they talk about? Can you hear about them? You hear them talking about it again? Why haven't the three missing balls that they're causing oil around for? Can you hear about it again? All these things are that natural death. It's just a bluff. BOAKAI will get bluffing. BOAKAI will bluffing. BOAKAI will bluffing. Serious bluff. So at the end of the day, these people came to lie to us. They bluff a lot. Serious bluffing, they're bluffing. So that's it. They bluff. And
Wow.
like I said the other day, this guy need to apologize to Liberian people. It is better to apologize now than wait for Liberian time to apologize. Need to apologize to Liberian people now before it gets too late. So that's it, Prince. I knew say they apologize to us. They apologize now. That is lie. Because if you say people be accountable, how many government officials you see they all go after Finabono because he goes to the person we are. So they are targeted to get George we are out the picture. So that they have a less staff between in 2029. That's the plan to get George out the picture. So they target Finabono. And apart from who is there going after again? You have to make corruption case in the bureau. It's fini. It's fini. They cannot do fine. There's nothing to run after. There's nothing to run after. There's nothing to honor them. BOAKAI is very big liar. Man said he say capital L-R-E. Lie. What can I Liberian people? The owner always talk to all my point. The owner say my son for the United Party, but people I'm disappointed in myself. I'm disappointed in myself. I regret the second that I ever cast my vote for the United Party. And then find ourselves, Prince, Liberians, we remember George Weah. We will all it. We'll do the war. We go 2 years now. The Vla. They won't get money to do anything. All the money they get to put in their pocket. What are they waiting for? Let all them declare answer for in government. They can't declare answer. Over 60% of them are not declare assets. They in government working. No one got time for them. No one got time for them. The guys are worried about 2029. So they don't care. I bet it's 2029. And for can do the rainbow job. They all well 2029 for the rainbow job. So I can say, Prince, let BOAKAI and he put a point at Liberian people for lying to them. That's all we can see. All for them.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my brother. Like you rightly said, and fellow Liberians, the reason why we play you these things is for you to see the broad day lie I've been told by this particular government from day one. And they continue to lie to the Liberian people. That is the thing. Because these people are now in government, right? They are not in opposition. We say, well, these guys are in opposition, they got to keep the government feet to the fire. They are now government. They now control the resources of the Liberian people. They now have all of what it takes to be able to ensure that jobs are created and etc. etc. Because yesterday they said they could do it. So my question is, why are these guys still lying? That's the question we should ask ourselves. Why are they still lying? Why is it that when we ask the authentic question, the real question, relative to what has BOAKAI delivered to the Liberian people? Now we are away from 2 years. What has he? Why is it that they continue to call the name of President Weah? Why? Why is it that these people, they will not show you what BOAKAI initiated from ground level to up, but they will always tell you, but and President Weah were there, and President Weah was there. Why is it that these guys will always tell you, whenever you ask them to show results, they will always tell you about President Weah? It's now a clear indication, fellow Liberians, that this government deceive you. That this government deceived the Liberian people. They use lies and propaganda to ensure that they get their way to power. Now they are there. We are seeing worse that these guys are doing. They are not even prioritizing the young people. The young people who are in their majority, who they use yesterday, they are not even prioritizing them. I can show you video of His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah working along with the young people to provide skills for them. I don't want you to believe it. I want to play you a video here for you to see for yourself. For you to see for yourself what the government of His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah did for the young people.
A constantly increasing youthful population
That I want you to watch. This was what President Weah did for these young people when he became president. He did not lie to these young people, but he told them that, look, there is a need for you to have skills that will enable you. We saw it. I don't know where BOAKAI under 10,000 people are. I don't know where they are. Whether he sent them to space for advanced training again, I don't know. But let me just play this 3 minutes video for you to see and hear for yourself how President Weah was able to work with the international partner, European Union, in order to ensure that Liberian youth are given skills. Let's watch this.
faced with high unemployment and unemployment presents a major challenge for the government of Liberia. Liberia now needs to develop a generation of skilled workers, especially young men and women, to foster sustainable development and improve the livelihood of young people. In an effort to achieve this goal, the European Union in 2018 offered 20 million euro towards technical and vocational education and training program for young people in 6 vocational schools across the country. Boko Washington Institute in Kakata, Maigibi County is one of the 6 vocational institutions benefiting from the Youth Rising Project with funding from the European Union. One of the interesting stories from BWR is about a 26-year-old student, Bana Vani, who is challenging her male counterparts into heavy duty equipment operation.
Some people will discourage me. They say, oh, it's too hard. I feel too hard for women. But I thought it was that I can go try. Anything men can do, we women can do the same.
Despite low rate of women.
Now, I want to stop this here because of the time. This is what we are seeing. Program initiated by the Weah-led administration to ensure that young people are given skills. Today, after 2 years, we've now entered the 3rd year of Joseph Numa BOAKAI. What are the initiatives undertaken by Joseph Numa BOAKAI for these young people? What is the skill? What is Joseph Numa BOAKAI priority? These people say they have a rest agenda where they talk about the issue of agriculture, the rule of law, etc., etc. What are we seeing in the agriculture sector? What can we boast of? A man who said to us and continue to say that he's an agriculturalist. What can we boast of in the agriculture sector? Have the agriculture ministry brought in machines or machineries to give to these farmers? The last time I saw a video of Joseph Nyuma Boeka farm, all of the tractors and sophisticated agriculture machine you can ever think about is on his farm. But what happened to the ordinary people? I remember under President Weah, there were tools that were brought in the country and was given to farmers around Liberia. Farmers. The videos are here. No, under the regime of President Weah, there were tools that were brought in the country, tractors and different other stuff, give it to small scale farmers so that they can be able to help themselves. There were even loans given to these farmers. The videos are here. I will play the video for you to see. Today, the man who claimed to be an agriculturalist, my question to you and myself and every one of us, what is his legacy? What is his handmark in the agriculture sector? What are we doing in the agriculture sector? What is Joseph Nyuma Boeka trademark that you can see or handmark that you can see? Say, yeah, they man took over here, they man is an agriculturalist, it ain't easy, you really doing well. What can you see? What can you boast of? An agriculturalist. Imagine an agriculturalist. All of the time that this may have traveled out of the country, you have not even been able to present a tangible case to international partners to even invest in the agriculture sector. But you will boast and say, or other people boast and say, oh, the man is an agriculturalist. Fellow Liberians, we voted for a disaster, and that disaster is no one else but Joseph Nyuma Boeka. These people have no idea to rescue you. They themselves, they need rescue. They themselves, they need rescue as we speak. Because the lies are just too much all around the place. When you look in the faces of these people, the only thing you see, lies. Because Joseph Nyuma Boeka could not pay civil servant, guess what? He ran away from Morovia and went loafer. To even celebrate that the people will be there and say, yeah, the president there, let's stimulate this area. He was still brave enough to collect $700 from the HR. Omar Katumu Boeka was brave enough to get the children a plenty pack on. And she says, okay. She didn't say, no, let's give the children book. We're about to enter January. Let's give them book back. First Lady Project, a pack on. Hey, First Lady Project, Republic of Liberia, pack on. We say in our Liberian way, popcorn. Yeah, say popcorn, that one is too, how you call sophisticated too much. Pack on, we can say it in our Liberian English. Pack on, at the First Lady Project down there. Don't play with it. Pack on First Lady Project. See some of the things that we're talking. Joseph Nyuma Boeka is brave enough to go to Lofa and say he dedicated a facility that cost. And what these people even said about these facilities, you will be shocked. That Joseph Nyuma Boeka here, we played it, Tony, we put it in here for people to see. That they think Joseph Nyuma Boeka went to Lofa and say he dedicated. It's a serious project, according to him. A serious project. The Caucus Lodge. This, according to him, he said that student and faculty lodge here. That why you going dedicate. Left from where Moravia to go dedicate the kind of thing here. And when you hear the money that they spend behind this thing, you give up. The money that these people spend behind this, you give up. Almost 100,000 plus, according to them, that what they spend. In fact, let me just bring this here. Just bear with me. Let me bring this here quickly. Just bear with me. Let me bring this here and tell you how much, according to them, they were able to spend. How much they were able to spend. According to them, they said, okay, just bear with us. Very corrupt group of very corrupt set of people. Very, very corrupt. Brave enough to tell us, okay, fine. That's let me see. No, I wanna it should be okay, fine. That's good. According to the information, this building that you are looking at, my people, is uh, the new student and faculty lodge at the Lofa County University. And according to them, they say this particular building worth 175,000 United States dollars. That was what was used on this building. 175,000 United States dollars. That what was used to build this thing. According to Joseph Newman Boakau, that's what they said. $175,000. The Lofa University, they say they want that the bill is for the students and teachers. This is student and teachers lodge. It almost like the place where they will go sit down to go eat. The place where the student then will sit down and go ali eat and enjoy themselves. That they place here. $175,000 what they used to build the place here. That what Joseph Newman Boakau went to dedicate. He dedicated the building here in Lofa. You see the poor sambo, the face on it, the poor. Look, you can see corruption in broad daylight. My brother Louis, let's hear from you on this.
When corruption is at the industrial level, that's what you see happening. Corruption at an industrial level. So that thing was $100,000 project.
What the school said, 175,000. It said 175,000. Yeah.
175,000. Is it $100,000 project? It ain't $175,000 project. With 100. But you see, this guy need reason to lie. Now, they try to do something. You see the city hall that George we are building in Foya City? That city hall?
Yeah.
They are fighting to match the development that he took to Lofa County. They're fighting that. That's the $1,000. You don't able to dispute the fact that that's another even $100,000. $1,000. But today, look at $175,000 project. So if Boga go dedicate it here, then you come up, then you go dedicate it team. Then you talk about 10,000 students that you train. You can see no issue of program of upgradation.
What? 175,000 building.
Corruption on a industrial level. But that's strange. A man can lie on Malaria Union. Say the $6.1 million project that Malaria Union get it. And the person that lie, don't lie on all, will beg you, that all get that project. So they're looking for means to defend the lies. They're looking for defend the lies. And because of that reason, they have to elaborate. You know what? Each time Boga try all the time, one Boga get as DSA, as a president, when he leave Mosolo County. That's why he flew around the place. That's why he flew around the place. So amount of days Boga spent in Lofa County to celebrate the Christmas. Do me how much task that he went to account as DSA as a president? No one the other one in the main pocket. You may get 15,000 every day you spend on the Mosolo County. 15,000 US dollars as DSA, as Mesoludian, as president outside the capital. And what you get?
Wow. Fellow Liberians, this you can see. According to the government of Liberia, according to Joseph Newman Boakau, this is a $175,000 project you are looking at. Just look at this. Look, the people are stealing in broad daylight without fear for the Liberian people. Without fear. Y'all remember the Lofa County University, where the president of the university was, involved in some corrupt act. And as we speak today, Joseph Numa BOAKAI has refused to allow this man to undergo any investigation. According to the president of the Lofa County University, he just want to play that they spend the money. Look at this kind of building, 175,000. Look, when I saw this thing, I was like, are these people, what are these people taking us for? My people, y'all look at this building here, 175,000. So what are the things that are in this building that will make it to cost $175,000? What are the things that are in this building that will cost it 175,000 United States dollars? Now Liberian dollar we're talking about. I'm not talking about Liberian dollars. I'm talking about United States dollars. 175,000. Look at what your government is telling you. When hospitals are without nurses or without doctors, but government is, Joseph Numa BOAKAI is telling you this is 175,000. When our schools are closed because there are no teachers in the leeward counties, but BOAKAI is telling you he spent 175,000 to build the one in Lofa. When today at JFK, you have our sisters, our mothers that are there. They cannot even come out because the hospital is saying, you're not coming also because you're still owing money. You got to pay the money here. But you get Joseph Numa BOAKAI dedicating this and telling us that it is $175,000. You see corruption? You see corruption? These are some of the things that we continue to point out. And when we say these things, there are some of you who have no idea who we are advocating on your behalf and your children's behalf. You come under our posts and you insult. You say words. But we are not going to stop because of you. No, we are not going to stop because of you. We are going to continue to do what we are supposed to do. Look at these projects around the place. The kind of money that these people are spending. That the same way Joseph Numa BOAKAI went to dedicate booth. According to them, they said that booth was going to be a security booth all around the place. That was almost about $500,000 project. That security booth they said they were putting around. But up to today, we are yet. I want us to listen to Mr. BOAKAI here. You will know that this man is a pathological liar. Don't believe what I'm saying. Let's listen to him. Let's play a video on VOA. Let's play the VOA stuff, and then you listening to him.
Those people that we bring to cabinet are people of integrity. And secondly, want to make sure that even beginning with myself, we'll declare our assets and want to make sure that this is well known, the purpose of coming to government, to know that it's public service. And if you are not ready to serve the public, you can go elsewhere. But we want to make sure that we start on a clear note that the people of our country stood on line, they protected the votes, not to bring a team again that will do the same thing that the other people are doing or worse. So it's a clear message, declare your asset, make sure that we are prepared to audit the outgoing government so that they tell the Liberian people of their stewardship, and to make sure that we start on a footing where people know that they come to serve the public and not themselves. If they don't understand that,
You hear BOAKAI? You hear the Omer BOAKAI? That people who he will bring in government, these people will be transparent. These people will be corruption free. But today, what is happening in the government? Let's say Kudukle at the port, the boy enjoying himself. Oh, the boy is having a good time. He even get time to even contribute towards the budget because he gave it to Joseph Newman BOAKAI. You know, this old man is corrupt. So therefore, guess what happened? The people know that he is corrupt. So this guy ain't get time. When they raise the revenue, they get it on. He go sit down. But listen to Joseph Newman BOAKAI. And this is a man that you think come and rescue you. You think so? You see, my brother Hashim, people like Hashim, they have nothing to offer. So they can't tell us what Joseph, you can't on a kind of big platform like this. For you to come and sell out your government, for you to come and tell the Liberian people that are listening here, for you to come and tell them, say, oh, and you know, this is what Joseph Newman BOAKAI doing, this is what Newman BOAKAI doing. You can't tell me, say, I'm a fool. No problem. I'm a fool. I agree with you. I'm not going there with you. I agree with you. But I think what you are supposed to be doing is using this time to tell the Liberian people about the achievement of Joseph Newman BOAKAI. That's what you should be doing. Because if you have the ability and the capability to be able to write like this, then it means you can write to tell us what BOAKAI is doing. But as we speak, because BOAKAI has failed the Liberian people, so here you are. You are not even able to write anything about this. But fellow Liberians, these are some of the people that you will expect to produce good fruit in our society or to defend this government. Listen to them. You know, one of the reasons why these guys, they hate this platform is because when we speak with facts. We speak with videos, evidence to prove what we are saying. We don't just stutter and just move from there. No. We speak with facts. We speak with facts. So they can't come and then argue. The facts are there. It is not me saying it. Joseph Newman BOAKAI saying it. That he will bring people on board who will be competent, who will be qualified, etc., according to BOAKAI. That's what he said. That's what BOAKAI said. So where are we now? Without other argument. Where are we without other, how you call, a statement from BOAKAI? Listen to him.
they actually fall where it may.
Mr. President-elect, you talked about asset declaration starting from yourself and the people who work with you, as well as the outgoing administration. How do you plan to avoid the semblance of targeting people? Because some people will say these are politically motivated to tarnish their reputation or to go against them, people from certain tribes or specific parts of the country. How do you plan to avoid this?
We're aware of that. And when we talk about auditing, it's not going to be a Liberian auditing. We want to.
Now, this is where BOAKAI lied to us again. We'll play his voice. We're not going to jump around and do it. According to BOAKAI, he told us that everything that will be happening will be from international auditors. So since BOAKAI took over, we're going to 2 years now. Where are the international auditors? No, don't believe what I'm saying. Let's listen to this video. Don't believe what I'm saying. Listen to BOAKAI. Listen to him. Let me carry this back. Listen to him.
We're aware of that. And when we talk about auditing, it's not going to be a Liberian auditing. We want to make sure that our international partners work with us for a public tender, for competent and renowned auditing firm that will be qualified at an international level to make sure they come on board to do that.
You hear, Boyka? According to what this old man is saying, he sat on the platform and lied to the world. You will bring international people for the sake of transparency. The man who don't even trust in his own people. That's the first thing. But according to him, he said he was going to bring international auditors, work with partners to ensure that we have international auditors to audit. Where are we with the international auditor? You see, we're up to today, just like Human Boyka saying we train 10,000 young people, we see them. Where are the international auditors? Where are they? No, where are the international auditors? Every given chance that this old man get, he will lie. Every given chance this old man get, he will lie. This video alone, when you listen to this video, Joseph Newman Boyka told more than 200 lies in this video. If we are just to take our own time to go through it, there are too many lies that you will hear from this old man, Mr. Boyka. First thing he told us was that he was going to bring on board competent and qualified people, people that have clean records and clean sheets. Today, look in the government. You get criminals who are operating. Criminals are there operating. Look what is happening today. You have criminals that are operating. He said people will declare their assets. Where are the reports of those who have declared their assets? Where are they? Josiah Joker told us that people are going to take pay 2 times in a year. 2 times in a month. 2 times in a month. So where are we with all of these? You get these pathological liars that have taken over government. All they care about is themselves. But you don't blame these people because the person who is their boss is the chief of liar. You sit on the platform and you spew garbage and you think that it's okay. When we say other people get very say, oh, but why you want to talk to the men? The men are old men. Old men don't lie to people. We gave this man our life. 6 years of our life is not small thing. Our family life, our children life. 6 years this man is presiding over. But you don't want us to talk. You don't want us to say anything. You think that it's okay for us to keep quiet. Look at the kind of lies that this man pull up. Where are the international auditors that you say you are going to bring to audit? Where? Let's listen to some of these, how you call
You're aware
misleading
of people
information.
saying
Listen.
witch hunting. But I don't think it's witch hunting when you have to account for your stewardship. But it has to be done in a way that is well established, entity with reputation to make sure that it audits and make sure that it reports to the public the findings.
Sometimes people say that
Report to public the funding. Hey, yeah, Joseph Newman Boyka. Report to public the funding. That Joseph Newman Boyka talking. This is not me. It is Mr. Boyka that is talking. For Boyka to even report somebody rape at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, for us to get a report, that war. That report there, that war for us to get it. But Boyka say the report will be public. For us to get a report of the people, international people who they sent for to go and investigate fire incident. Up to now, we are yet to hear what was in that particular report. No, but Boyka told us that everything will be up, it will be in the public, according to what Boyka said. You see another dangerous lie that was told by the man who is supposed to be the president of our country. This man told us, that is his word, not my word. That is his word. He told us that it will be open. This audit will be very public for us to see, for us to be able to read, etc., etc. But as I speak to you today, even the ones that he's supposed to make public, we are yet crying for aid and asking for public, how you call opening. Where is his report? His asset declaration form. Where are the declaration form, the asset declaration form of these ministers? He said it was going to be public, according to what he said. Not me saying it, that he said it. So where are we? When you take a pathological liar and makes him to become your president, you know what he would do? This is exactly what he would do. Care about himself. Listen. Let's just take a few bars of this. Let's listen.
Politicians make
Listen.
lofty promises when they are campaigning, but when it gets to governance, it becomes different. What will be different? Assuming allies of yours, family members of yours, or people who are close to you, family members, are accused of corruption during your administration, Mr. President-elect. How do you plan to tackle this specifically?
I'm not coming new to government.
Right.
Although in different positions, I ran a public corporation that was credible. And I can tell you that I come to work not with friendship. I have friends, but there is a clear line of demarcation between friendship, family, and managing. With the experience that we come with a country that celebrates 176 years, and with the life of our people living below the poverty line, I don't think we come into government again to start talking about our family, to start talking about, I think we come there to make sure that we give the Liberian people hope, and I'm committed to that.
During the campaigning, you talked a lot about the country's youth, who are the majority of the population.
Yes.
Mr. President-elect, we know majority of them are unemployed, which some people say is a danger to the country's stability and peace. What plans do you have for the people of Liberia, especially the youth, in terms of job creation, in terms of having faith in moving the country forward? What do you have for them?
We came with a mantra that talked about, first we have a platform, and then we have in a brief platform that talks about arrest, meaning agriculture, roads, the rule of law, education, sanitation, and tourism. We believe these are areas in which we can jumpstart. And in those areas, we believe that our young people who are in the majority, they need to be equipped. We need to open opportunities for them to be trained and be marketable. We also have to make sure that the quality of education that will prepare them for the job market. But to do this, we have to be able to impress our partners and investors, the private sector investment, to make them feel that we are here for business, and this business, their investment will impact the young people, but the young people need to be trained. And we know that there are things that we can jumpstart that could bring little relief to the public. Like I have said, there are in an outgoing government, there are a lot of areas in which we can begin to alleviate the suffering of the people. We're going to examine those areas, like where we know that the prices of commodities, essential commodities like rice and things, where we know that there have been some tariffs that we can work with right away, the petroleum products and some of these things. We want to do those things that will begin to alleviate. But I have said that in the first 100 days, no car will get stuck in the mud. That means these critical road conditions, we lessen them, because once you improve the road, the travel, the prices of commodities, all of that have reflected. On the job market, we're going to be very cautious because people have a lot of expectations in government, but in government, we have to know what we're inheriting, and that's what the transition team is working with. I come with a knowledge and with experience and a commitment to make Liberia a different country, a country in which the young people, our women, will know that it is time for them to be relieved. And we come to make them know that, yes, it's not going to be an overnight thing, but we come with a serious commitment to make sure that we make life easier for them.
You talked about the women. Any plans for women empowerment in Liberia?
Very much so. And, I have worked with women. When I was vice president of Liberia, one of the areas in which a lot of my first few months were utilized were with the marketing association. I worked with them until we got them organized, until we got money to create a real LMA that will become independent. That's why you see that the government, with all their Muslim, they can tamper with them. We made sure that there was a law firm that put together their constitution to protect them, that we provided money for them to get a business entity that put them together to teach them some business. And those areas where mostly women control. Beside that, we intend to bring on board women, capable women. And I want to say, we don't want any token relation. We want people who are competent and capable and deserve the positions they get. Gender issues have always been issues close to my heart. And women involvement, we want to make sure that that is ensured. But I can tell you, the Liberians do understand where we're coming from. We want to make them know we build a confidence.
Since its inauguration on January 22, 2018, President George Weah has been living up to promises made to the Liberian people. Although the president intimated that he's not promising quick fixes or miracles, but his passion for transforming the livelihood of the Liberian people is certainly showing some quick fixes.
The sooner we all merge our energies towards cementing these new norms and values, the sooner we will transform our beloved country for the better. In doing so, we must also learn the virtues of patience and learn to lower our expectations, for I do not promise you quick fixes or miracles. Instead, my pledge to you today is that my administration, with your help, will make steady and deliberate progress towards achieving the hopes and aspirations that you cherish in your heart for Mama Liberia.
In this maiden edition, Doe community and Claretown residents are great.
So you're listening to Mr. BOAKAI, right? You're listening to Mr. BOAKAI spewing out everything that he said. So my question to you is, honestly, can you tell us that Mr. BOAKAI is living by what he said? Is he following what he said? This man have neglected everything that was said by him to the Liberian people. He is on his own. The people who told us that they've come to rescue the Liberian people, today they've abandoned the Liberian people. They are inflicting pains on the Liberian people. The people who said that they are rescuers, they are the ones who are massacring our people. I don't need to tell you what happened in Kinjor because you are aware. You are fully aware and you know what happened. The people who said they come to rescue, the last time we saw them right at the residence of Matthew Moluba, putting 8 bullets in him, unaliving him. The last time we saw the people who said they've come to rescue, guess what they were doing? The police, right in Broadville, unalive an innocent child. The people who said they've come to rescue, these are the people who are putting down your sons and your daughters. 700 plus of them from the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs, the dancers, all of them. But these are the people who said they've come to rescue. The people who said they've come to rescue, these are the people, fellow Liberians. These are the people who are inflicting pains on you. Where are we today? 2 years after, where are we? What can you boast of? But fellow Liberians, time have caught up with us. We want to use this time to have you informed that next year, June the 24th to the 28th, is going to be our election. It's going to be our convention, the CDC USA convention. And that convention is supposed to bring together thousands of citizens from all around the United States. We will be gathering, discussing, and also there will be elections. So let's prepare ourselves as we get ready for our convention. Today, the DMV chapter is having a very big spiritual activities, a fast and prayer that we are observing. And this evening, by 6 o'clock, we will be in our chat room, concluding. So those of you who would like to join us, welcome. But time have caught up with us. Until we meet again, I want to say thanks to each and every one of you and have yourself a God bless day and bye from our end. Thank you so much.
We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless.